so comfortable with you. I feel like I'll always love you. I'll always love you. Always. I feel so comfortable with you. I feel like I'll always love you. I'll always love you. Always. I feel so comfortable with you. I feel like I'll always love you.
Okay. Hello,
Hello.
everybody. Hi, you guys. So this is Emily, head of community at Focus Tree, and we are with the fabulous Laurent, as you guys know, the
Hello,
founder.
everyone. I hope that people notice how professional we're getting. We have a pre-roll video, so people can enter the chat and everything. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, for real. Okay, I've got the chat on the side. Ooh, okay. Yeah, super professional. Every week, getting better. We'll see if Laurent's cat comes on the screen today. That was my personal favorite.
Yeah, I feel like people are waiting for it. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, he's sleeping as always, but he likes to come when I'm talking.
It's so cute. I think yesterday or not like last week, I was saying they should put like a cat emoji whenever he's spotted. So we'll see. We'll see if that catches on. Okay, so yeah, we're basically doing some housekeeping this week, and then going over some questions we saw popping up from you
Mhm.
guys on Discord and Twitter.
Yeah.
And if you guys think of anything, obviously drop them in the chat. I can see your comments from YouTube right now, but I know there's also the chat feature on Twitter, so we can see those. But yeah, just to jump into things, last week's AMA, I guess we should talk about, was really dope. Turned out really well. We had almost 2,000 live views, which was
hmm
sweet to have all you guys come out. And yeah, we have a special guest coming out next week, so that will be very exciting.
And could you tell us what will be the subject for next week, or is it secret still?
It is confirmed, so I guess I could share. I just won't. Maybe I won't share who the guest is yet.
Okay.
Um, but the theme for next week is why 99% of crypto projects fail. And we have someone who's kind of like a marketing expert in that space and has been involved with a lot of different projects. And we're just going to be going into, yeah, kind of what makes the big difference between a project that gets off the ground and then a project that fails. So, yeah, if you guys have questions for that, you can definitely like drop them in the Discord or on Twitter. You can at me or something. If you
Nice. That's exciting. Cannot wait.
Okay, yeah. So we do have a couple little housekeeping things. We do have our new theme that came out, which is the
Mhm.
Vikings theme. Very cool. Do you have any favorite tiles or any favorite parts of that theme so far?
That's a good question. There's many good titles. I think overall, out of the old theme that came out, I think we have released 5 themes so far. I think, yeah. I think the Viking is the fifth, and I think it's my favorite out of all the other themes. But in terms of tiles, I think definitely I will say the Drakkar, like the boat, is personally my
Oh
favorite.
yeah.
I love water tiles. Like I really like. I think they really nailed it. Yeah, the artists are just getting better and better at every theme, so it's pretty crazy. What about you? Do you have like a favorite theme? Favorite tiles? I mean.
I think so far I did really like the boat one.
Mhm.
Drakkar, yeah, that was
You're
cool.
such
One
a
thing
copycat. You're such a copycat.
okay, I won't say it's my favorite, but I like all of the like Norse mythology themed stuff. So I liked the Thor's hammer was cute. I like that one
Mhm.
too. Yeah, I feel like anything with that sort of storyline behind it is kind of cool because I grew up. I really liked like myths and stuff growing up. I don't know if you had that
Mhm.
nerdy phase, but I was really into that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we were going to talk about when the Viking tree is going to go on sale.
Mm. Yeah, so it's supposed to come on Friday. If you head out to the store on the app, actually, you will see the exact hour. I think it's set up on your time zone, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's gonna go. I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell out pretty quickly. Like every time we actually release the tree, usually, yeah, in less than 2 or 3 minutes, they are all gone. So it's gonna be 100 tree, 2,000 focus coins. So make sure that you have your focus coins ready before the sale, because if you need to buy it when the sale starts, it's already too late. So just a bit of advice on this. But yeah, super excited. I think it's the third tree. that we're gonna release.
Gotta be quick. Oh, I have a question actually. I'll show it on the screen. Does it show? Yeah, it said, what's the point of the tree level in the new game?
That's a good point. As for now, there is like it doesn't have a direct impact on the game. It's gonna have one later. I think I already explained it last time, 2 weeks earlier. But the idea is to really kind of build a foundation of the game, and it's taking a bit of time. And the tree level is something that will come after. But as for now, it doesn't have like a direct impact on the game. But you better level up now, so you will have an advantage later when it actually counts.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess speaking on that, so right now we are in the beta test, and some people have access to the league's feature and some don't. So maybe for people who don't have access yet, like when can they expect to see that feature?
Yeah, it's a good question. So we released the league feature last 2 weeks ago, actually, but like for a very few users. I think in total maybe 60 users, right? So we have around 12K daily active users, so that's like a very small batch. And yes, so we've been solving some bug. There was also an issue, like some people didn't understand how it works, so we are like improving the tutorial. That's what we worked on this week. And now we feel confident to actually expand the league to around 30% of the base, right? So basically next week, we're gonna drop a tweet and a Discord announcement when it's done. But around 30% of the user will be able to actually sign up for the league and the potential rewards that are behind. We don't want to push it to everyone because we want to make sure, like right now it was a very small batch, so there's still bugs gonna happen with like a bigger batch, so we're kind of taking it step by step. So yeah, around 30% of the base will have it for next week, and then depending on the result, we're gonna actually release it to everyone after that. So
yeah, okay, that's great. Actually, I have a couple more questions I see in the chat, so I'm gonna pull some up. They're kind of relevant. So this one,
let's go.
is there any difference between the epic tree because of their different prices? Oh, maybe in terms of like what power it will give you, or like how it will affect you, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. So the difference is not going to be based on the price. To be transparent, it's going to be based, however, on like the biome and which theme does it belong. But yeah, so yeah, the bonus are going to vary depending on the tree. We're thinking so on the long term to have like a weather feature. So basically, some weeks are going to be better for like desert tiles, and some weeks are going to be better for like snow tiles. And so depending on which one you get, then you're going to have a bonus or not, right? And people will be able to affect the weather through the token. But yeah, so yeah, it's not going to be the exact same bonuses depending on the tree.
Okay, that's actually really interesting about the weather. That would be, definitely add a whole new element.
Yeah, definitely. But first, the foundation, step by step.
Yeah. Yeah, and everything, like we're going to test everything with you guys and get your feedback on all of these things. So you will definitely be a part of that.
For sure.
This was one question here was, are there any tactics for optimizing the water level? Vikings are great. Woo! We love them too.
Yeah, Vikings are great for sure. Tactic for optimizing the water level, not really, to be honest. Like water level is like your energy level basically. So the water level was created so we make sure that people don't spam the game, right? Because if you are able to just improve, like to get all the levels in one day because you focus 24 hours, it makes no sense. So it's kind of like a cap. But as for now, there is not really ways to optimize, and I'm sure I don't think there will be actually. At some point we're thinking about perhaps like some people will like to pay to optimize the water level, but I don't think it's a good idea. So as for now, it's the same for everyone, and it's cannot really optimize it too much. But maybe some better players, some like the greatest players or focus tree, perhaps they have their tricks, so maybe they can share it on Discord.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if they have their own little secrets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking, is the white paper expected this month?
Yeah, hopefully we're gonna try to release it this month. Probably like a first version of it. I know. I mean, we're supposed to release it. I think was it last week, but sadly we were like swamped, mostly with the hiring. We're still working on the hiring a lot, so we didn't have as much time to actually work on the white paper. I know that a lot of people are waiting for it, which we understand. We have like, I mean, we know what we want to put in it. It's really now a matter of like writing it, so it makes sense for people. But like we're pretty clear on the information we want to put in it. We just have to do it.
Yeah. Here's someone was asking. We did think this question was going to come up because we did see some people a little bit confused about the stars in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're wondering how the stars work.
Because it doesn't change anything at the end if we are on the top. So for now, it doesn't, Julio. So you're perfectly right. The star, like if you play the game right inside your garden and you're at the top of the leaderboard, it doesn't have an impact. But actually, next week we're gonna release with the leaderboard the rewards that goes with it, and it's gonna be different depending on how you score inside your garden, right? So let's say in your garden you're like 10 people, and then maybe one of them didn't play for the week, but the garden did really well. I don't think it will be fair to give those rewards to the person, right, who didn't really play. So that's why we also have that star system set up, and so it's gonna impact the reward that you're gonna get on like a personal level. But yeah, I mean, we're experimenting. Maybe we're just gonna go. Maybe we're gonna let the choice to like the garden owner. You know, maybe they can just pick a rule and they say, okay, everyone get the same reward. Doesn't matter if you played or not. You know, that could be something. Also, we let the garden owner choose. It's something we have to like kind of figure it out. But as for now, yeah, the score that you get with your start will impact the reward that you get, and it's gonna start next week. Sorry.
That's great. Okay, yeah, I thought we should mention, to do with the leagues, there is exciting news about an upcoming tournament.
Yeah.
Do you have any details on that?
Yeah, I mean, I cannot reveal everything, but I don't know if, I mean, probably some of you have been, you know, with Focus Tree for a long time, so they remember actually the first tournament that we had, and it was within the StarkNet ecosystem, and it was, I mean, it was really a big moment actually for Focus Tree because I don't have the metrics right, but I think we went from maybe 500 users to 8,000 users, something like that, in like a week. So it really changed a lot of things for Focus Tree, and it brought a lot of lights. And so, you know, if people were not there at that time, so basically it was just like a tournament between all the biggest projects on StarkNet, and there was like a prize pool. I think it was 5,000 USDC or something. I don't remember exactly. And so we had like, you know, Bravos, we had Argent Wallet, and, you know, all the biggest projects were like competing with one another. And yeah, it created like a lot of hype. People were so into it. I remember Bravos has like a special channel for Focus Tree, and they were like rooting for one another every morning. Like, you know, if someone didn't focus, they were like, "Why you didn't focus? We have to win the competition." So it was really crazy, and you know, it really shows that people actually get motivated by competition, right? So the idea is to do the same, but outside of StarkNet. So we are talking with a few big projects. So for example, we had a call with Pixelman, which is a huge NFT project on Ethereum. And also next week I will be seeing the guy from Block. So it's another big project, quite famous because they're actually doing social farming. So it's something we're going to talk later. So yeah, we're talking with all this, you know, big project, and having calls with them to try to onboard them on a big tournament. It's going to be cross-chain. It's not going to be like specific to one. And yeah, super exciting. It's going to be a way bigger prize pool as well. So yeah, I mean, I kind of way it's going to be crazy. It's going to really help Focus Tree to grow for sure.
Yeah, really exciting. Like we have someone doing Web3 partnerships. Like I don't handle that stuff, but someone's in charge of that, and they're constantly talking to people and figuring out all the logistics behind that. So very exciting.
Yep.
And we do, in terms of the, eventually we want that like a community type of feature to come out, and we did hire somebody, right, to help with designing that.
Yeah. So actually, we had a product designer joining the team this week. So yeah, I mean, super happy. He's a guy
Mm-hmm.
with a ton of experience. So to give you a bit of background, he's the guy that actually designed the social feature on Twitter. And he also, yeah, so he was mostly Twitter, and also he worked for Reddit. But he was always put on all like the social aspect of the product. So which makes a lot of sense for Focus Tree because we're a social focus app. That's really what we do first. It's not actually the Web3, it's the social that is like the most important within Focus Tree. So super excited to have this guy. Yeah, he started to actually show us some concepts, and it looked amazing. So yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to see it actually be real in the app. So yeah, it's good. Super happy.
Yeah, super exciting. Yeah. It's crazy how fast things move. And like on the team, it's actually crazy. Um, yeah, even just from me starting a couple weeks ago, I'm like, whoa, there's so many new things being worked on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's the industry. Like crypto industry moves so fast. So yeah, you just have to move at the right space, the right pace. Like,
Yeah. And just, I mean, I didn't make the title clickbaity or something, but we did change things. I should address the title. We did change how people earn focus coins in the game. Basically, last week things changed, right? We
yeah,
removed certain features. Maybe dive into that, and yeah, maybe
yeah,
we'll talk a little bit about what that looks like now.
yeah, sure. So 6 months ago, we launched what we call the premium pack, right? So people were able to subscribe to either a monthly or annually subscription, and they will get perks for that. So, one of them was the fact that you could increase your luck in order to get more NFTs, and there were like many other perks. And one of them also was the fact that you will get 500 focus coin every month. Um, Actually, we decided that we would stop that for the monthly. Oh, you changed the thing. Yeah, got confused. Oh yeah, that
Plan.
looks really good. Yeah, I like it. I like it like that with the chat. Okay, perfect.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, we changed that recently. I mean, we always wanted to do that because it's no. To be fair, it's not really sustainable. It was really meant to reward the early supporter of Focus Tree. So we did it for 6 months. But yeah, no, I think we feel like it's a time to actually move out from this. However, the people that subscribe to an annual subscription, so they paid already for 1 year in advance, obviously they're gonna get their focus coin every month, right? Because that's fair. When they actually bought the premium pack, one of the perks was to get the coin, so we're not gonna change it because they already paid, and it wouldn't be fair. But if you're on a monthly subscriber, or if you arrive actually this week to get a subscription, you will not have the 500 coins. And I think we took it off from the screen as well. But yeah, I mean, congrats to the people who were basically supporting us. We had a lot of people taking actually the subscription back. I think we have around 5% between 5 and 8% of paying customer. So people actually signing up for the subscription. So yeah, I mean, congrats. So you got a lot of coins. And yeah, I'm sure you cannot wait for the TGE, which is now imminent.
I see some new questions. I think, yeah, you can see them too. Someone's asking anything with Bored Ape Yacht Club coming the teasing tweet couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They're asking about that.
Tweets couple of anything with board ABR Club is coming with the teasing. No, I mean we don't nothing coming. I don't want to maintain the hype. I know a few people react on this, but there was nothing coming with the board ape. That wasn't the goal. We just did like we just put them on one of the flyer. I think one on the tile, but it wasn't a teasing on this one. We have big partnership coming, but board ABR Club no. Maybe we can. Will I ever be able to invite more than 10 people in the garden? So as for now, no. I think there was like a big learning that we had recently is that
Mhm.
huge garden makes no sense, to be honest. Like people who are like 200 on the garden, it's just not a good experience. So we decided to go the opposite way and have like smaller garden. And the idea is that we're actually going to build what we call a guild slash community feature, and gardens will be linked to that community, right? So we're adding like a layer basically, and we are reducing the size of the gardens. So as for now, 10 people for us seems to be like the optimal, but obviously we're gonna get more data and we're gonna hear the feedback, and perhaps we will like move it up to like 20 if that makes sense. But as for now, 10 is the max.
Yeah, like if you guys leave comments in the Discord, like we, obviously we pay attention to all that. So if you ever have feedback around that stuff or specific features, when we do this testing, we love to hear from you guys. And you can give us your feedback. We do pay attention to it all.
we see everything. We don't reply to everything, but we see everything for sure.
Yeah, our eyes are everywhere. I thought this was cute. It wasn't really a question, but it was. I was thinking of a feature where your water level decreases slower if a water feature is nearby. I think that's really cute. I mean, like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think those type of features are so cute, and it reminds me sort of Harvest Moon vibes, where you kind of have to water your garden and like things like that. Like those are definitely not features that are happening at this moment, but it's cute to think of where things that can happen. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway, very cute.
For sure, that's a good idea, Momo.
Yeah. Then what is exactly the main purpose of the epic and legendary tiles minted from Daily Focus?
So as for now, the NFT are only cosmetic. It's been the case since we launched it a year ago. But the idea is that the NFT will play a major role within the game that we are pushing. It's not the case for now. Again, like going back to we're building the foundation, right? But the idea is that within the next maybe 2 or 3 months, actually the NFTs are gonna have like special powers in a way, and you're gonna be able to optimize the score of your garden as well as your personal score, depending on the NFT that you earn and that you play. The thing that is important and that we're very careful is that we don't want it to become like a pay to win, because that would be really horrible. Like if only people who have NFTs will win every game, then it wouldn't make any sense, right? So it's really more like a power bonus type of thing, where like you actually have to be smart about it. You cannot just pose it in the middle of the garden and that's it. Like you won the game. It's not going to be like this at all. However, they're going to play like a major role within the game.
I'm not sure if it's not updating, but I saw Happy had said, I'm sorry for always having lengthy questions. Maybe it's still loading. I don't see. Maybe I'll just check on Twitter. Maybe it's over there.
Yeah, or maybe on Discord. I don't know.
Let me see. Okay. This is the thing where we're still figuring out the process, because like, for example, I can't see any question from you, Happy. But then I'm like, I'm trying to get over into the Twitter chat.
Oh, it disappeared.
Oh,
Too
no.
bad, Happy. Too bad.
No. Okay. I was like, I can't see anything. Okay. But we love all your questions. So if you remember what it was, feel free to like break it up into 2 parts if you need to. We'll do our best to answer it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You answered that question. He's typing again. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the doc and see if there's anything else on my list. Okay. Oh yeah, someone had asked earlier this week, and I thought I would just highlight it here.
Yep.
It was about the coins and earning focus coins again. And someone had asked, it was Raman786 asked, if we buy focus coins in app, does that mean we're buying into pre-sale?
Yeah, it's a good question, and the answer is yes, it does. It is a pre-sale, except that the coin is not out yet. Like it's not a Web3 coins, but it's going to be one. So yeah, every coins that you buy or that you get from the subscription will be considered as considered as a pre-sale basically, and you get a very advantageous price. Obviously, like we calculate it in a way that I don't want to give the exact valuation. I need to see with Gabin if we can do that. But
yeah, if we're just sharing that.
Let's say it's on the same term as anyone that is investing in Focus Tree, and I will stop there.
Okay, yeah, we're like,
you get the same deal. You get the same
try
deal.
not to get us in trouble, guys.
With the same deal, but with a better unlock, and I will stop there.
Yeah, there we go. Because we have daily meetings, and we're like to come into the daily like, hey guys, so
Yeah. Also,
yeah,
it's always a tricky question, because like there's a lot of regulatory things, so you don't want to expend too much on this. But yeah, again, it's a pre-sale and it's a fair one.
yeah, okay. That's a great answer. And this is actually, I just kind of thought of this. I think I'm gonna make a poll on Twitter from the Focus Tree account later, but I was just thinking, I mean, you guys are all here, but I'm wondering, like, do you have any thoughts on the time that we're doing this at? Um, you know what I mean? We obviously this like it's an app, like you guys could be anywhere in the world. Um, Laurent and I are only 2 hours apart in time zones right now, so this time like it works. But we want to hear your feedback. Are you able to make it to the lives? Any thoughts on that? We are happy to hear. Obviously, if it's not like 2 a.m, ideally, but this is new to be doing the video live, so we'd like to hear your feedback.
You're gonna work night shift.
Yeah, literally, I'm gonna like start in the morning, work for 3 hours, sleep for 3 hours, then just do that throughout the whole day. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess we did talk a little bit about the like community guilds feature because we were talking about the product designer coming on for that. Do we have any sort of timeline for that or any info for them? Okay, so $6.
Yeah. So as for the timeline, I'm not sure yet. So we are doing actually what's called the Figma. So basically the design of it, but we haven't switched to the coding part because we are focused right now on the league and the game. And we also need to see, when we push the league next week, what's going to happen, right? If everything breaks down, then obviously we're going to be focusing on this. But I guess within 3 weeks, perhaps we should have like a first version of the guild/community feature. So just so everyone understand, basically we are building a new level. So at the lowest level, there's going to be the members, right? So it's going to be you, your name, your NFTs, and everything related to you personally. Then you're going to be part of a garden, right? You can be the only one on the garden if you want, but you can also, be part of like a shared garden with others. And then a third level are going to be the community. And so gardens will be attached to that community. And so communities, there's going to be a lot of feature built around communities, but one of them, for example, will be the Focus Together or the Study With Me feature, which I think it's going to be a big hit, especially outside of crypto. So the idea is that, productivity influencers right now, they are doing study vlogs on YouTube. It's a big trend. And the idea is to actually have their community inside Focus Tree, and at any time of the day, they can start a focus session. It will send a notification to everyone in the community, of course, and people will be able to join the focus session and have like a group focus session. And then during the breaks, because usually you don't focus like 3 hours straight, there's going to be breaks. There's going to be a chat opening, and people can talk with their favorite influencer and talk with one another, right? So it's something that has never been done within the focus world. Usually all the productivity apps that so for example, Forest, they are really, solo experiences, right? So it feels very boring. You're just by yourself, and it's not very motivating, right? So the whole concept of Focus Tree is to have that study with me feature. So you really feel like you're part of a gang, you're part of a group. You can chat with your favorite influencer, and you're part of something, right? So you're not just studying by yourself, you're studying with others. So that's one of the features, the study with me. And another one would be competition, right? So that appeals more, I think, to Web3 people. But basically, it's going to be competition between communities. So like a very big NFT project on Ethereum will be able to compete with one of the biggest NFT project on Solana. And we'll see who is going to win, right? So yeah, I'm very excited about the communities aspect. And also we're going to be able to kind of like get bigger communities inside the app, because right now we are kind of stuck, which sucks a bit. So for example, we had like communities of 30K members who are talking with us, and they're like, we want to use the app. How can we do it? And we're like, we don't know, because the garden is, before was 200 max. Now it's 10. We don't really know what to do we have nothing to actually, take you as a community within our ecosystem, like it doesn't work. So the community feature will allow Focus 3 to grow and open all those communities inside Web3, but outside of Web3 as well. And we're talking to a lot of influencers. Actually, it's one of your mission, Emily. You have calls with like productivity influencer and so on. So anyway, I'll stop here. Super excited with the community feature, and we should see the first version in 3 weeks, 1 month.
Exciting. Yeah, it's very exciting to see what's going to happen with all that, and like whether and joining different communities. And anyway, one question I had before I'm going to pull up some of these. I mean, obviously we've got a couple on the side, but I wanted to say I was just thinking off the top of my head. While we're here, if people, we can also I could do a poll later too, probably for the best. But I'm wondering, do you guys find that so right now we have one AMA like basically every 2 weeks we have Laurent and I answering your questions, and it's like just the community. And then we do like an interview style live stream every second week. So right now we're alternating those, and they're both like video streaming. Are you guys finding that this is enough time to connect with you and answer all your questions? Do you feel like that's enough connection with you guys, like having the weekly live stream, but every second week it's not an AMA like this? Anyway, if you guys have thoughts on that, feel free to ping me on whatever, Discord or Twitter. I would love to hear your feedback on that. But back to the questions. I was just thinking off the top of my head, if you guys are here, I might as well ask. Someone was saying, are you guys aware of a current, Leo, are you guys aware of a current small app bug where despite connecting to the network, I get notification of a network error saying I'm disconnected, but the app still works fine, but I keep getting it?
If you have those the best is to go on the Discord community and open a ticket. We have a team of people that will answer you, and the dev will look into it. All bugs related, go on Discord, create a ticket, and it worked pretty well so far. So
that should help for sure. Okay, then we have, any chance you guys can tell us an estimate of when Snapshot
No, I cannot give you an estimate as for now, but yeah.
Okay, and then this will be nice to know when people from our group league make the daily move. Yeah, that's a cute idea. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good idea. I think within the community feature that we're going to build and release, I don't think it's going to be on the first version, but at some point there's going to be kind of like a chat. So you can talk with one another, but as well, there's going to be like notification on that chat. So, and that could include this type of info, like Julio made his move. Oh, okay, so I see the notification, so now I can play and try to get him, right? So yeah, I think that could be part of that. But it's a very, very nice suggestion, Julio. Thanks.
Yeah, that's good. I am just gonna pull up to make sure, because I know what I want to talk about next, but I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, yeah, I think what we should jump into next is social farming and our thoughts on that. And we have asked you guys in the community about it, and kind of what have you seen so far, Laurent? Like, what have you seen people saying?
Yeah, I think you could call it like social farming, the great debate. I think that could be a good introduction. That could be even, I think, a MA subject with like experts.
Yeah.
Social farming, maybe for the people that don't know about it. It's been going on for like a couple of months now on Twitter, and there's like some huge project that came out of it. Like, for example, Block is one of them. And so that's the idea that basically you turn all your community members are ambassadors, and you could also say spammers to some degree, and basically they just like talk about your project all the time on Twitter, and it can also kind of like become very noisy, because some people, they just put like, for example, the ticker of the token, right? So that would be like dollar focus everywhere. And so, I've been seeing this on Twitter, and I was like asking myself a question, like, why not, right? And so I asked the community, because that, like, I like to make those decisions with everyone. So I made a poll this week on Twitter, asking, like, what do you think about social farming? And basically, like, do you think it's a good idea to reward people, community members, for actually helping the project to grow through, like, social farming missions? And we had, like, a lot of answers. It was crazy. I think we had 1,000. I think it was 1,300 answer, and then maybe 100, and I think it was 150 comments, and there were, like, yeah, it was like a big debate, and a lot of people also came on Discord to discuss about it, and so we had, like, a few conversation, and thanks to the people that that came to discuss with me about this social farming thing. And so basically, you have two camp. You have the people that wants the social farming to happen, but I think they just are looking for the airdrop, and that's it. And then there's, like, the second camp, which is more like power users, and they're like, why not? But the problem is that it can become very spammy, and it's not good for the reputation of the project. So you should be very careful with that. And I tend to fall into the second camp more. However, I think the concept behind social farming is great. I mean, rewarding people to talk about your project, and by contributing in different ways to your project, I think it's a good things to take to have. I can definitely see a future in, like, 5 years, when, like, we give maybe some token or some NFT to, like, people when they create, like, a video on TikTok. So I can definitely see, like, a long-term thing on this. However, it's very risky. I understand you have to be very careful, and I think the feedback that I got from this poll made me even realize that even more. So yeah, it's still, like, I'm still thinking about it, looking at what others are doing. I have a call with Block, which is one of the biggest projects that did social farming. So I'm gonna ask a few questions to the CEO of Block, also to try to understand what they did, and did it work? Are they happy about it? Maybe they will do things differently. So yeah, it's still thinking about it, but I think overall the concept of rewarding people for talking about the project is a good thing. I think that's one of the power of Web3, is to turn community members into ambassadors. But the question is, how do you do it?
Yeah, without it going sideways. Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay, will the Red Gardens reward for being on top be 10K or 20K focus tokens?
I have to check. I have to check with the dev. I don't remember the exact amount, but yeah, I don't remember. I have to check.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that will be something that we will tell you when we know.
Nice. Do we have any other interesting question? I think it's been already 45 minutes, and we have 500 people in the watching this live, so pretty good number. Pretty happy about this. And yeah, thanks for joining. Any other question, Emily? Or
that's it for me. Yeah, and make sure you guys come through for the AMA next week, which is actually, sorry, not AMA, but the live that's going to have a special guest. And if there's ever a guest that you guys want us to bring on, also feel free to like tweet at me or ping me on Discord or something. Like, if you think of someone who you're like, oh, this person would be amazing, let me know. We're trying to make some cool lives happen.
Definitely. Well, thanks to everyone. Thanks to you, Emily. And yeah, let's keep the good work, and I will see you next week.
Okay, bye guys.